Welcome to my drawing learning series. I am going to learn to draw with Procreate, and my teacher is none other than Flo. First of all, everything that you're seeing here was designed by Flo. It's her creation. She's just teaching it, and I'm trying to learn. I'm not an artist. I just have an iPad. I have Procreate, and this is really fun for me to do, okay? And I just like to see if I can actually do this. What if I have the talent? What if I can make it big? You never know. So, I'll be drawing the things that she teaches, and we'll just see how good they look. Maybe by my 50th drawing, I can be a pro. Who knows? But again, just to clean house, the link to Flo's channel will be in the description. You can go over there. I'll link her website as well so you can find all her new stuff. And if you are also interested in this type of thing, then you should go ahead and try to learn. Um, Procreate is fun. I like it as a person who is not an artist, and I will just see where that goes. Okay, so this drawing took me, I think, 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I've done two drawings before making this video, and this one is the most complicated by far, and complicated by my standards, not complicated at all in like you can't draw it. It's still, I think, one of the, I believe it, yeah, this is one of the beginner tutorials. So it wasn't too stressful. I was able to work my way around the figure. Like this pants here was giving me some trouble, and then the body was way too long. So I had to get rid of that, try to shorten the body, try to figure out how to get the pants proportion kind of right, making it make sense. And then it just started to look a little bit better. Look at hers though. Mine mine isn't comparing to hers at all. But I'm trying. You can see my trying going on. I can say though that I'm now able to find my way around Procreate a little bit more. So to make things a bit easier for myself, I sometimes create different layers for the different sections that I'm currently in, and that allows me to just work on a single part and then I can combine the layers later on. So that's what you see me doing here, and I'm doing bit by bit. So when she does something major like the hair, I pause and I go and I try to do it. My zombie, by the way, his name is Joe. This is Joe. Joe is troubled. He's a troubled zombie, but nonetheless, he's my little creation, and he's awesome. Okay, he's awesome. Anyway, so I kinda, the air was, it was weird. I couldn't get it right, so I kind of just did my own thing after trying a bunch of times, and it worked out. I'd say he still looks cool, doesn't he? Yeah, he still looks cool. For the other details, those weren't too hard. I kind of messed up the teeth a bit, and I had to go back and fix it, but it wasn't a big challenge. By now, things started to come together, and I started to feel a bit more confident because now this is shaping up to be a cool zombie. Okay, I'm drawing a freaking zombie, and it just makes you feel so good. Like you can actually do this, and flow is very, very, very clear. It's slow, it's intentional, and you know exactly what you're supposed to do, right? So at this point now, we did the outline, and we made that layer transparent and we created a new layer on top of that to begin the tracing. And at this point, I was just a little bit mesmerized by how she just flawlessly goes over the sketch. And then it was just my time to try. I did my best. Um, the challenging part here for me was the pressure sensitive nature of the pen. So this brush, the harder you press down on it, the thicker the line, and the lighter, the thinner the line, and that is how you kind of get the little variations in the width of your sketch, right? I I think I failed at that for the most part. All of them look about the same thickness, and I kind of lost a little bit of the depth from it, but I still moved on. The mouth here was giving a lot of trouble because the teeth were off and the tongue was off, and it wasn't fitting right. I got it to a point where I liked it though, and then I just continued to highlight the sketch and get that new layer all sorted out. Now it's time to add the colors, and this is the part where everything just started to come together. Okay, we started to select the colors that we wanted for the skin, for the clothes, for the bruises and things like that. And dragging colors into the sketch is something great. And one thing to note, which I learned in this lesson, is that you have to make sure that the lines are closed. If they're not closed properly, then the fill will spill out into the rest of the canvas and it just won't work. So you have to go back, figure out which line isn't connected, and then you can just drag your color in and it will just work for you. All right, so I followed Flo closely here and made sure I was selecting the same colors she were, and I started dragging them to the right position. I messed up the shirt here. I think my rips were a little bit too high, so the pocket was a bit too high as well. And then these boots were apparently transparent, so I could see his foot through the top. Anyway, I had to go back to the outline layer and just fix that up. But once I did that, I was back on track and I was able to continue my zombie. Now it's time for the shadows and the highlights. This part is a bit difficult for me because I don't think I naturally think about shadows and highlights. So knowing where to add them and how to add them based on the direction of light is challenging. But I just tried to follow what Flo was doing and just added them to where she recommends them to go. And it turned out okay. My zombie looks like an old man, but it's fine, it's fine. Hers look a bit younger because of how her shadows are and how she does her lighting and the face. Mine looks like an old retired man that got bit by some weird zombie and then he's put out into the world to fend for himself. Poor Joe. Joe has had it rough. But at this point though, things started to look a whole lot better. As we continued to add more detail to this, it started to come to life and it just started to look like a project, like something that you sat down, did, and you're like really, really proud of. So I'm not beating myself up about it. I love him. I love how it turned out. And I just followed for the rest to add some more details like to the pants, to the shirt, to the face, and add some more shadows to the boots like we have here. And then pretty soon I was all done. And this is the final result. This is my zombie. We were just adding some little highlights to it and it turned out great. I like this one and I can't wait to start the next artwork, and I'll post that one as well. And do remember, as again, like, go and follow Flo if you like Procreate, if you like to draw, if you want to learn how to draw, then she's the best in my opinion. So Go ahead, follow her, and I'll see you in my next video.